This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. I am Merciful Ajinamo, and you are watching TOS News Update. We begin with Kaduna, where the House of Representatives on Wednesday summoned the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, to brief its Committee on Aviation and how bandits gained access into the Kaduna airport recently and abducted some residents of its staff quarters. Adopting a motion on the need to provide adequate security for the nation's airport, sponsored by Honorable Musa Mohammed Pali, the House also asked the Inspector General of Police and other security operatives to beef up security at the nation's airport and prevent such breach. The Federal High Court in Kano State has granted bail to Mahadi Shehu, a Kaduna-based business mogul. Delivering the verdict in court on Thursday, Justice Ambrose Alagwa set bail at 10 million naira. Other conditions include a shorty who owns a property worth 10 million naira, and the property must be in Kano State. And talking elections in Anambra, members of 22 deregistered political parties on Thursday stormed the headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission Abuja, vowing to participate in the forthcoming Anambra State governorship election. The parties also submitted letters of notice to conduct governorship primary elections to the electoral body in line with Section 87 of the Electoral Act, which empowers political parties to determine the procedure for the nomination of candidates, which shall be by direct or indirect primaries. The parties maintained that the judgment of the appeal court was declarative and did not give room for a stay of execution. President Buhari has appointed a new executive secretary for the NSDC. The appointment was contained in a statement issued by the Director, Information in the Office of the SGF, Willie Bassi, on Thursday, March 18th. Adedeji Zach, the new appointee, was the Commissioner for Finance in Oyo State. President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the appointment of Adedeji Zach as the Executive Secretary of the National Sugar Development Council. It was reported that the Director of Information in the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Bassi, who disclosed this in a statement on Thursday, March 18, said the appointment is with effect from March 10, 2021. This is your digital first Pan-African News Network, TOS Television, and you're watching News Update. Do stay. You're welcome back. In a condolence message by the Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity Garba Shehu in Abuja on Thursday, Buhari believed that Magufuli's legacy of patriotism and dedication to the African cause would continue to resonate across the continent. The president said the late Tanzanian president's courage and love for his country inspired various reforms that generations would continue to celebrate. And to Kenya, the High Court has dismissed a petition filed by a Kenyan doctor who is seeking to decriminalize female genital mutilation for women over the age of 18. The three-judge bench, consisting of Justices Lydia Akchode, Margaret Mughal, and Kanyi Kimondo, said one cannot choose to undergo a harmful practice and that female circumcision has adverse long-term health effects. The petitioner, Dr. Tatu Kamau, told the court that she is disappointed by the outcome of the case. And then to South Africa, the traditional leader of South Africa's 12 million Zulu people, King Goodwill Zwelithini, has been laid to rest in a private ceremony on Thursday. He died from health problems related to diabetes last Friday, and he was buried in a traditional ceremony known as Ukuchalawa in Ekose, which is attended by only senior men of the royal family, many wearing leopard skins and colorful Zulu regalia. Reigning for more than 50 years, Zwelithini was the longest-serving monarch of the Zulu nation, the largest ethnic group of South Africa's 60 million people. The KwaZulu-Natal province is where most of the country's Zulus live. Now, on the international scene, several EU countries, including Italy, France, Germany, and Spain, plan to restart the AstraZeneca vaccinations after the European Medicines Agency concluded that the AstraZeneca COVID vaccine is safe and effective. A number of European countries had suspended the jab over unconfirmed report of an increased rate of blood clots among recipients. That prompted the EMA to launch a safety review to see if there was a link between the vaccine and the blood clots. Israel's government announced on Wednesday a long-awaited bailout of its airlines to help them weather the coronavirus crisis and maintain operations in the midst of a year-long halt to international travel, reported Reuters. As part of a financial assistance program overseen by the Finance Ministry, the government will buy $210 million worth of flight tickets in advance from flag carrier Israel Airlines and its low-fare subsidiary. The tickets are for the airline security personnel posted at airport that its carriers will fly to over the next 20 years. The Finance Ministry said in a statement, the sum will stay the same even if security requirements change. The foreign exchange market received $5.62 billion from the Central Bank of Nigeria Bureau de Change, as well as the investors and exporters window, recorded a rise in forex sale. CBN says international reserves improved due to bank policy that encouraged diaspora remittances. The foreign exchange market in Nigeria received $5.2 billion from the Central Bank of Nigeria in a bid to increase the availability of forex to meet the demand for business operation. The $5.62 billion was disbursed into the forex market in the fourth quarter of 2020, an economic report released by the Apex Bank stated. And to France, Finnish telecommunications company Nokia have announced on Tuesday that it is planning to cut up to 10,000 jobs to reduce costs. The 10% reduction in its workforce aims to reduce costs by 600 million euros by 2023. The company did not specify in which countries job cuts would be carried out. Decisions that may have a potential impact on their employees are never taken lightly, Nokia CEO Pekka Lundmark said in a statement. Nigerian stocks found resilience on Thursday as the benchmark index surged 0.54%, lifted by growth in top line and bottom line of Tier 1 lender GT Bank for 2020 and gains in a couple of other bank stocks including Zenith and UBA. Nigeria's biggest bank by market capitalization announced a 4.6% leap in revenue and 2.33% growth in profit for the last financial year, as well as a final dividend per share of 2.70 naira that will bring its total for the year to 3 naira per share, prompting investors to adopt a risk-on approach to trade. Investors' exuberance not only lifted liquidity by as much as 728%, but also turnover by 119% to 5.8 billion naira, with GT Bank alone accounting for 3.5 billion naira of that sum. And now to entertainment. We begin with insecurity. The organizers of the Kaduna International Film Festival, KADIF, have pledged to use their platform to promote and repair the broken image of the northern part of the country. The founder of KADIF, Israel Audu, while addressing journalists at a preliminary press briefing in preparation of the 4th edition of the KADIF Festival, lamented that most Nigerians are ignorant of the economic and business potentials of residing in northern Nigeria due to the spate of insecurity challenges which have characterized the areas in recent times. Audu also assured that his organization will work together with relevant stakeholders to ensure that Nigerians, especially northerners in the rural areas, are sensitized on the safety and efficacy of taking COVID-19 vaccines to prevent the spread of the deadly virus. After the previous co-host Nancy O'Dell stepped away in 2019 to spend more time with her daughter, Turner will be filling in a gap left vacant for over a year. She will host the show alongside Kevin Frazier. This will be the first time the show has had two black anchors at the helm. You're still watching TOS Television News Update. Up next is sport. Do stay. Welcome back. Football Kenya Federation has confirmed the cancellation of the friendly game pitting Harambee Stars and Tanzania Taifa Stars. The game was scheduled to be played at Nyayo Stadium on Thursday, but after the confirmation of the death of Tanzanian President Pombe Magufuli, the Federation has confirmed the game will not go on as planned. The Tanzanian leader, according to his Vice President Samia Suluhu, succumbed to heart conditions at a hospital in Dar es Salaam on March 17. He won the re-election into office for a second 5-year term during the October 2020 general elections. And Confederation of Africa Football, CAF, has given approval for about 10,000 fans to watch the AFCON qualifying match between Nigeria Super Eagles and Lesotho's Crocodiles at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos on March 30th. Complete Sports scooped that CAF gave the approval in response to the NFF's request to allow football fans to be allowed to watch the match in Lagos, but warned that it has to comply with the COVID-19 protocols. It says we are returning the Super Eagles to Lagos for the first time in 20 years, and we felt it would not be fair to play in an empty stadium. Hence, we applied to CAF to allow us to admit fans into the Teslim Balogun Stadium for our game against Lesotho later this month, said. And that is today's news update on your digital First Pan-African News Network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Merciful Ajinomo. Thanks for watching.